In the summer of 1945, the Potsdam Conference was held. Three big leaders met, Truman and Churchill representing Western Europe and Stalin representing the USSR. The main objective of the conference was to reinforce the power of the Western countries over the USSR. Truman had mentioned an unspecified, powerful new weapon to Stalin during the conference. Towards the end of the conference, Japan was given an ultimatum to surrender in the name of the United States, Great Britain and China, or meet prompt and utter destruction, which did not mention the new bomb. Over 246,000 civilians were killed. That was a result of a capitalist society that wanted to keep the power. The nuclear bombing of Nagasaki and Hiroshima in effect started the Cold War. The bombs were not used in an already defeated Japan to win the war, but to intimidate the Soviets, signaling that the US would use nuclear weapons to stop Soviet expansion. However, this they failed to do. In reality, the Soviet Union was so weak and devastated after the end of the Second World War as to be unable to pose any serious threat to the United States. Moreover, the US maintained a nuclear monopoly. In the past 100 years, Russia had been invaded more than 3 times, so the expansion of its territory and influence was purely for the defense of its people and their rights. Soviet leaders saw themselves as attempting to avoid encirclement by the United States and its allies and to prevent a capitalist takeover. On the 5th of March 1946, Churchill openly declares war on communism.
From Stettin in the Baltic to Trieste in the Adriatic, an iron curtain has descended across the continent.
The Iron Curtain speech gave the basis for the more aggressive USA attitude towards European countries in order to be able to resist the Soviet expansionism and spread the plague of capitalism. What Truman did on March 12, 1947 was to divide Europe into 2 battlefields. The Truman Doctrine gave rise to American neo-imperialism and reinforced the anti-communist obsession, and bring back the Red Scare with the excuse of the communist defensive stance.
Then, the most powerful weapon of the USA was used on Europe: money. The USA managed to buy their influence into Europe and at the same time to increase access to foreign markets for US business and agriculture via the Marshall Plan.
America was not necessarily fighting Soviet influence, but any form of contradiction to American political and economic dictatorship with the army and the secret service. Well, Berlin blockade was a response to provocative politics of capitalism in introducing the new currency in Berlin and the formation of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization in 1949 was more evidence of American intentions towards the SSSR. United Nations interventions in Korea, helped very much by American, ended in 2.5 million civilians killed or hurt during a war that could have been much shorter. America said to be a war to liberate the North from communists. But in truth, USA just wanted to prevent the takeover from communism in Korea and impose the capitalist dictatorship. Как говорил Ленин, не предел к победе коммунистического труда.